Good morning. I'm Dr. Velasquez, Health Officer for Spokane County, and thank you for joining us today. And today we have a special guest, our environmental health specialist Vicky Bartels from our environmental public health program upstairs. And she's going to talk about something very important, which is what do we do at SRHD in terms of pollution prevention. So talk to us a little bit about the role of SRHD in pollution prevention. How do we work with the business community and others to make sure that we prevent? So tell us a little bit about that.
Great. Thank you, Dr. V, for having me today. So our pollution prevention program here at the Health District is a partnership with Washington State Department of Ecology, where we work with businesses that are referred to as small quantity generators. So small quantity generator is any business that manages less than 220 pounds a month of dangerous waste. So an example of that, you're probably wondering what constitutes 220 pounds. So you're looking at roughly about a half a barrel, 55-gallon barrel of waste, liquid waste, or five-gallon buckets full of waste.
Got it. Is this solid waste or liquid waste?
Liquid waste.
Liquid waste. Okay, so that makes sense. Gives a perspective. So your trash can does not qualify.
Trash can does not qualify.
Okay. So I know that one of the things that when I go to businesses, I see all these spill kits sitting around, and I know that you have the components of one here. Tell us a little bit about these spill kits and how can businesses get those and how can we help them with that?
Perfect. So one of the nice things with our program is we can offer businesses free spill kits. So the businesses that we work with are any small quantity generator. So our focus area for the next 2 years is going to be automotive, property management, so apartment complexes, and restaurants.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that if you're outside of that sector base, that we won't see you if you're a small quantity generator. So if a business is interested in having a free technical assistance visit from us, then we can come and work with those businesses. So when we go to a business, we work with businesses to talk to them about their best management practices, how they're storing, how they're handling their dangerous waste products. So one of the nice things that we can offer is for those businesses that don't have spill materials or a spill kit, we can offer them a free spill kit. So this is some of the contents that are inside of a spill kit. So we've got absorbent pads that they can lay down on the spill. We've got gloves and goggles because you don't want any of that spill getting back into your eyes, or some of the chemicals that they're handling you don't want to be touching. So we've got gloves to prevent some of that contamination. And one of the nice things that I like that's in the spill kit is this sock. So really our first line of defense is we want to protect any drains. Because we don't want those liquid chemicals getting into any of our drains. We've got a couple of different drainage systems. So we've got our basic sewer system, and that's going to go to our wastewater treatment plant and get treated before it goes out into the river or a water body, so it gets recycled back in, so it's treated. We have a dry well, which is just a cylindrical tube in the ground that has holes. So whatever liquid product gets into that has the potential to reach our aquifer, our groundwater. And then we have our storm drains. And storm drains are the ones that do not have any treatment. So if you are walking by and you see a drain and it has a placard on it that says only rain down the drain, that's a good indicator that that is something that goes directly to a water body, so it doesn't get treated. So let's say you have a spill in your parking lot and it has one of the placards on it. You know it's a storm drain. You want to make sure that that is really your first line of defense to prevent any of that liquid material getting into it, because we don't want that product getting into the Spokane River. So with that, one of the ways that businesses can get a free spill kit if they don't have one is by completing a pollution prevention visit with one of our specialists. They can be anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. It kind of depends on how interested the business is and how much they want to talk about the best management practices that they have in place. And then the other thing generally that we have is the spill prevention and spill cleanup plans. So we want to make sure that businesses have a spill prevention and cleanup plan in place so that if something does happen, employees know what they're supposed to do, and we want to make sure those are posted. So you guys will see it's just a front and back paper. It's really easy. It's a quick little checklist, and we can actually help businesses fill that out during the visit if they need help with it. And then on the back side is the part that I like because it has the 6 photos to show what to do in case of a spill. And then there's just a little bar graph where you can draw where you're keeping the materials. So in case of an incident, employees know exactly where to go to clean up the spill.
Wonderful. And as you've been talking, we've been flashing the slides so people can see. And by the way, all of that comes in this very handy bucket that is nicely covered. It has more materials in here, so we pull those out just to give you a visual. But that is something, again, I've seen those in many businesses. I'm glad to hear that that's the right way to do it. I know that you've worked with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of businesses. An example of a business that working together we have helped prevent either a spill or something that could have gone into a river or one of the aquifers.
So in 2025, we visited over 350. We've done 350 pollution prevention visits.
Wow.
So we vary from an initial visit where it's a full inspection to following up because they need a spill kit or they need to correct items and we go back, or just a screening visit. Nobody was available for us. And then we've helped resolve over 213 issues.
Wow.
So issues could be anywhere from a facility not having spill materials on place, not having a spill prevention plan, or they don't have items labeled. So we can provide labels, and we have a bunch of things like drum lids, funnels. We've got a lot of cool stuff that we can give businesses for free, but part of that is just having a pollution prevention visit with us. One of the things that we've been working on the last couple of years is it's called a product replacement program through Washington State Department of Ecology. So we've helped 7 automotive businesses make the switch out from a solvent-based degreaser to a water-based degreaser. So where this is important is really it gets back to kind of the employee health and the products that they're using. So this was through the Department of Ecology, and they actually reimbursed businesses, automotive businesses that had the solvent degreaser up to $10,000 to replace that. So it was a great opportunity for people that wanted to make the swap to a safer alternative, so they were able to utilize that. So we had 7 businesses, and one of the cool things about that is talking to the employees. A lot of them they would complain of headaches or other issues because they were constantly breathing in those solvent chemicals. And then they said, well, once we made the swap, I noticed that my headaches had gone away. So it's kind of like when you're at home and you have candles going, Scentsies, diffusers. You kind of get sensitized to those smells. So same thing in the business sector. They get sensitized to the smells. And then when that smell is eliminated and we've made the move to a safer alternative, they're not having to smell those. And some of the symptoms that employees had been used to have now gone away. So that's kind of a cool thing that some of the businesses were able to take advantage of. It was open to all automotive facilities that had solvent degreasers, but we had 7 that took advantage of it.
Wonderful. So if you have an automotive business out there, make sure you talk to us so we can help you. Now, tell me, the average community member, what can we do and how can we help our businesses, our community be better at pollution prevention in general?
So from a community standpoint with businesses, community members can look towards businesses that are Enviro certified. So Enviro certified is a recognition program for businesses that have those best management practices in place. They are safely handling and disposing of their dangerous waste. They're looking at those safer alternatives to make sure that their employees and customers are using the safest possible products. And they've done a pollution prevention visit. So you can go to our Enviro Certified, which is through the Spokane River Forum, go onto the Enviro Certified website and look for businesses that are Enviro Certified.
Wonderful. And I know that we've shown what the certificate looks like, so so people can look for those. So I want to say thank you for all the information. I hope people were paying attention. When you're saying automotive, I'm just thinking about how many automotive businesses we have in the region. That there's one in every 5 feet, basically, which is good. You know, it's good business. But just thinking about the numbers that you're talking about is great. That many businesses took advantage of the opportunity. We want all businesses to take advantage of the opportunity. So they can reach out to our Environmental Public Health Division upstairs, and you or someone will be happy to show up and take them through the process, right?
And again, I just want to reiterate that this is a free technical assistance program, so there's no charge for what we do, and we don't have regulatory oversight, so we're able to get in there and help businesses. So if businesses need help because they've got chemicals that aren't properly labeled, they don't have secondary containment, we can go in and work with those businesses and help them get those best management practices in place so that they can be safe for not only them, their employees, their customers, and the environment.
Wonderful. Thank you, Vicki. So I was just going to tell the business out there, if you're not sure, if you have some chemicals, if you haven't not gone through one of these conversations, I'm not using the word inspection, conversations. Visits, okay. Feel free to call us. We're not there to look for anything wrong. We're there to help you prevent and promote the health of your employees, of yourself, and the community. So by all means, check us out, and we'll be happy to come and help you. So with that, I'm going to say thank you to Vicki and the folks up in Environmental Public Health that do a fairly broad range of activities. You've everything from food to spills and everything in between. So with that, we're going to say thank you to our viewers, thank you to Vicki, and everybody stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you again next week. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.